Dillian Whyte. How on earth did I know that was going to be his next go-to excuse? I just knew it. I just knew the next thing he was going to do was to accuse Eddie Hearn of trying to set him up. Before I go into this, hit the like button, subscribe, and do not forget to comment. Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua's nemesis, the Can Man. Well, I was going to say before Adrian Broner, but I think he stole that from Adrian Broner. But yeah, Dillian Whyte, August, you're talking rubbish. Mr. Brixton, Mr. Yardy, the man that told us Big Femi was a fake. The same Dillian Whyte that used to tell us Big Bad Femi was a pillhead, was a steroid user. The guy that told us we did not know the real Anthony Joshua. It's a shame he went the Big Baby Miller way. Big shame. This was probably going to be his last big payday. This is what I really thought, because he already got some nice money with Fury. Well, maybe not nice, because I really think Fury played him out. Played him real bad too, you know. I think he should have gotten more than that. In hindsight, maybe not, because his performance was atrocious. But prior to that, yeah, I thought he was supposed to get more than that, 20%. So I really thought, especially since it'd be suicide to go in against Wilder, I thought Joshua was going to be his last big payday. He'd pick up a couple million paydays after, especially depending on his performance, and then he'd retire, because he'd already started showing signs of slowing down. This is someone. What was the UFC guy's friend, the little short guy, Khabibi? Well, that dude, yeah. If that dude's little friend gave him an uppercut, Dillian Whyte would have just crumbled. So everybody knew now that Dillian Whyte's kryptonite was the uppercut. So I knew like he was on his way out. As he started slurring his speech, his mouth was cocked to the side like Meek Mill when he used to do Molly when he spoke. So I knew, okay, the time was coming. My man was out. Now, did I think he'd go hang out with Big Baby Miller on aisle 5 of CVS Pharmacy? No. I thought at the very least, like if you check out my video on it, I thought at the very least Joshua would just wipe him out, play with him a few rounds, get some work in to let us see what he'd been getting in the gym with Derrick James, and then just knock him out. Same thing like he did in their first fight. Well, second fight if you want to look at it that way, but first fight as professionals. So now when Dillian goes around and does this nonsense, I don't know. I'm not too I'm kind of disappointed, because as the time approached, I was trying to see the fight. You know, I didn't think it was something that was necessary. I wasn't really interested. But then as the days came by, I was like, all right, I'm going to check it out. I'll watch it. But Dillian Whyte, as is with everybody that always accuses someone without concrete evidence, actually ended up being the guy doing what he accused Anthony Joshua of. Doping. Dillian Whyte, no matter what he says, I do not care who says spiked this drink until the B sample comes out. Agreed. You know, we still got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, the benefit of the doubt I'm giving Dillian Whyte right now is way less than 10%. I'll say I'm giving him a 3% benefit of the doubt. Because if you keep doing something at some point, you got to look yourself in the mirror. How many times could you point fingers and cry wolf? How many times could you say it is someone antagonizing me? This is not the first time Dillian is getting popped. The last time we still did not see a conclusive evidence from the British Boxing Commission or VADA that he was innocent. That case just kind of just fizzled out and died out. Then now he almost ruined the show that was scheduled for the O2 on Saturday. Well, he's being punished for it. He's been taken off the card, and I would not be surprised if he gets a long ban off of this. But you know what surprises me, and which I think we still need an answer to in all of this? In several interviews, David Haye has been reported to have said that Derek Chisora, who's a very, very good friend of Anthony Joshua, called him and told him, hey, guess what? Dillian Whyte is not going to get that fight. He's going to be found guilty of doping. So I just want to know, as everybody else, how did Derek Chisora become privy to such information? Especially, and this is taking it at face value, if Dillian Whyte claims the day Eddie announced it was the first time he heard about it. So how did Derek Chisora know? And when pressed by Radio Raheem of Seconds Out, Derek Chisora, he was vague about it. He was like, he didn't admit and he didn't deny. He just said, David Haye would be a good salesman. So implying that maybe David Haye was trying to promote the fight. I don't know. I don't think that there was any more promotion needed. The scandal was enough to make people more interested in what was going on. But when Radio Raheem asked him, Radio Raheem said, how come David Haye knew, or David Haye claimed to have known weeks before? I think he said 2 weeks. He claimed to have known weeks before through you that Dillian Whyte was going to fail the test. David Haye, he's a good salesman. That's not good enough for me. I want to know. Because if we going back to tampering and, cheating and slandering people's names when they do not deserve to be slandered, somebody needs to get punished for it. And Dillian Whyte is still claiming he does not know what happened. He's claiming innocence. I wish someone could really press Eddie Hearn and Derek Chisora to give us answers. Give us answers. Give us something that we can stand on and say, yes, you denied it, or no, you disagreed. Don't just tell us, he's a good salesman. That's not good enough. We're not buying cars here. But in any event, that's it. The show is on. One monkey don't stop no show. I think that's the attitude they're taking with the date on Saturday, on the 12th. Anthony Joshua is going to be fighting Deontay Wilder's leftover, Robert Helenius. I don't know why they're making that fight, knowing Joshua is probably going to want to put on a performance to beat Wilder's. I don't know how he's going to do that, because Wilder chinned Helenius in 1 round. So except you're just gonna go in there swinging, and which nobody's gonna be impressed anyways. So I think the best thing he should do, even if it takes you 8 rounds to knock him out, so be it. Even if it takes you 9 rounds, so be it. Just do not go in there and lose. Do not go in there and pull another Andrew Ruiz. Go in there, box. You and Derrick James been emphasizing defense, hit, not get hit. Yeah, I see that, how well that worked out with Errol Spence against Crawford. But yeah, whatever. He's emphasizing defense. Longevity in the game is to hit and not get hit. So let's see what you do. You don't have to be like Wilder. Wilder has no fundamentals. Wilder just goes in there swinging and hitting and trying to punch anything. And he's got freakish power. Even though that fight with Robert Helenius, that I'm saying Wilder versus Helenius kind of looks suspect to me. But what do I know? I'm just someone that used to box and know a little bit about boxing, right? So yeah, that's it. Dillian Whyte blames Eddie Hearn. Derek Chisora denied that David Haye had any information from him. Then he admitted. Then he was vague. In any event, the show goes on the 12th. Hit the like button, subscribe. Do not forget to comment. Till next time, peace.